Hello everybody and welcome to another live stream. I have to be honest with you, I'm enjoying these live streams quite a bit. In fact, I think they're going to start being a staple here on the channel. And I think I'm going to start streaming on my 2 days off. So I think you're going to get a video every single day from now on. And then I'm going to also have a live stream twice a week, which will be Wednesday and Thursday. Those are my days off. I'm really liking the participation, the conversation, the discussion that we're all having. I personally think it's fun. I'm enjoying myself. And I think, let's do like an hour live stream every Wednesday and Thursday. It's a good way to get to know you guys better, get to know me better. And I will still continue to do my regular videos throughout the week like I normally have been doing. So today's topic is the X-Men. And when do we think the X-Men are going to be introduced into the MCU now that the merger is complete? Also, guys, I am giving away free digital copy of Ant-Man and the Wasp. How do you guys win the free digital copy of Ant-Man and the Wasp? It's very quite simple. All you guys have to do is go over to my Twitter. I just shared a link to this live stream on my Twitter. All you have to do is retweet that that link, and I will pick one of you guys at the end of the stream, and there we go. So the X-Men is now part of the MCU. Well, not officially part of the MCU. They're in the family. We just don't know when they're going to be introduced into the MCU. So the question is, when? When is the right time? Phase 4? Phase 5? This is my personal opinion, and I want to get all of your opinions. I want to get to know what you guys are thinking, and then we'll go to some questions and some answers. We're going to have like a real good discussion here. And what I'm thinking is, I think it's key to, and I think I touched on this a little bit either last night or the night before. I think it's key that they introduce the Fantastic Four first into the MCU. And this is the reason why I believe that they should introduce the MCU first, or Fantastic Four first in the MCU, because it's been a while since we had a Fantastic Four movie. The last one was Fan-Four-Stick. And that movie wasn't really good, wasn't really well received, didn't make a lot of money, kind of ruined Josh Trank's life for a while there. And so that's been in the distance for a while, and a lot of people are already forgot about it. So by introducing the Fantastic Four first, it has been a good enough separation from the last movie to where we can reintroduce them maybe first, but maybe next year, like maybe 2020 we introduce Fantastic Four, or at the end of Endgame we throw like a silhouette of Galactus or Silver Surfer and just start whetting the appetite of bringing these characters into the fold of the MCU. The X-Men, the difference is the X-Men is still being done right now. Like, we have Dark Phoenix coming out in just a few months. Dark Phoenix is coming out this year. We don't know what's going on with that New Mutants movie. We have no idea at this point. So by introducing, like, they can't just like introduce X-Men next year, because we just had X-Men this year. This version of X-Men are still very much in the back of our minds. So I don't see how we can introduce the X-Men in the MCU first, where there's been more separation with the Fantastic Four than there has been with the X-Men. So I think that's why we bring in Fantastic Four in first. But that's just my theory, guys. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start taking some questions. Also, guys, for everybody who just jumped into the live stream, giving away free digital copy of Ant-Man and the Wasp. How do you win that? Simply just go over to my Twitter, RobertStorms84. I shared a link to this stream. All you have to do is simply like it and retweet it. That's all you have to do. So we'll get to I Am an Avenger. Top 10 villains you want to see in the MCU. Top 10 villains. Galactus, Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom. Okay, I'm not going to do 10. I'm going to do 5. Galactus, Doctor Doom, Magneto, Mr. Sinister, Omega Red, I would add in there. Omega Red. Ooh, I don't know. You guys really threw me for a loop on that one. But those are my like main ones right there. Is Galactus, Mr. Sinister, Doctor Doom, and Magneto. Like those are the ones I want to see. Like rather earlier than later is what I'm trying to say. I don't necessarily need to have like top 10, but definitely Galactus and Omega Red and Doctor Doom and Magneto. Like right now, if you put a gun to my head, like you have to choose two, it would be Doctor Doom, and Galactus. Those are the two main ones I want to see. Let's go to another question. Here's kind of offbeat question. I'll go ahead and answer it anyway. The Damianic Scott. Look, guys, I'm gonna butcher some fucking names because I'm a fucking idiot. Do you watch Stranger Things? Yes, I do. Love Stranger Things. Can't wait for season 3. I'll probably be getting the game also when it comes out because they got a game coming out. I don't know if it's gonna be on all the consoles, but I know for a fact it's gonna be on the Switch, and it's supposed to come out the same day as season 3. So I'm gonna be picking that up. Lego Boy Master Rights. Do you think Marvel will handle the X-Men better than Fox did? Is the sky blue? That's really the question. Is the sky blue? Yes, they're going to be able to, like even the best X-Men movie, like me personally, my favorite X-Men movie is Days of Future Past, where they really fixed a lot of that bad continuity, but the very next movie, they ruined continuity again. It's a franchise that don't give a shit about continuity. It's like they put out a movie, the next movie contradicts the last movie, and I went over this the other day in the live stream, is they have just as many bad movies as they do good movies. MCU, even I think we can all agree. We all can agree here. In the MCU, even the worst MCU movie is better than like an average movie. You know, even the worst MCU movie is still an average and okay movie. Like what do you consider the worst movie, right? Like for me, Thor: Dark World. You know, maybe you Captain Marvel. Maybe Spider-Man Homecoming for me. At the end of the day, I still think it's a good movie. It just didn't really appeal to me. I thought Thor Ragnarok or Thor Dark World was a little boring, but there's a lot of people that like it. So even the worst MCU movie is still decent. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, Ant-Man and the Wasp, which I'm giving away free digital copy. All you guys got to do is go to my Twitter, RobertStorms84, share this link. I retweeted this link. All you guys got to do is just retweet that link. Giving away free digital copy. Ant-Man and the Wasp. A lot of people liked it. I thought it was kind of bland, but still not an awful movie. So I definitely think that Marvel's going to be able to handle the X-Men a lot better, a hell of a lot better. Antonio, right. How do you think Marvel Studios will play out the future of its movies? I think they're going to do pretty much this. So I honestly think this is what's going to happen. Kevin Feige hinted around that the phases are going to change. It's going to be a lot different than normal, right? And he came out this past week and dubbed Phase 1, 2, and 3 as the Infinity Saga. I believe Phase 4 is a restart. It's going to be right back to Phase 1. It will be the Phase 1 of whatever this next saga is going to be. And I think that's why we got movies like Black Widow coming out and that Shang-Chi movie coming out. And it's going to start feeling like a Phase 1 type of thing again, right? Where we're going to start building this stuff up again. But we're still going to have some characters peppered in. And then that's going to lead into the next Avengers, which will be like the new Avengers or whatever. And then that will... like Phase 4 will come to an end, and then Phase 4, 5, and 6 will be the next saga. That's what I'm taking just by listening to what Kevin Feige was saying. But yeah, that's sort of my mentality of what he was saying. That's what I think is going to happen. Lego Boy Master Rice, do you think we'll see a small Deadpool cameo in Endgame? No, I have a better chance of losing 200 pounds by next week than Deadpool being in Endgame anyway. That's not going to happen. I don't understand why people are shooting for that. Why is everybody like, oh man, I hope Deadpool's in Avengers? That shit's fucking stupid. I want Deadpool to be in his own separate thing. I don't want him to have anything to do with the rest of the MCU. I don't. It is what it is. I really don't. I don't want to, no. Sorry. If that's your thing, you like that, all the power to you, not me. I don't want to see that. Let me see. Let's go someone other than Lego Boy. What we got here? Cornroll Rice. At Robert, I cast Robert Storms for Human Torch. I'm a little too fat for that, but I appreciate that. Michael West writes, who or would Chief from Doom Patrol make a good Professor X? Anybody can be a good Professor X. I mean, I would throw Bryan Cranston's hat in the ring for Professor X. I mean, really anybody would make a pretty good Professor X. Trey Kennedy writes, you think in order to help the MCU X-Men be different from the Fox X-Men, you think we'll get 2 X-Men teams, X-Men Blue, X-Men Gold? Well, that's sort of what they're doing in the comic books right now, right? Like I haven't read an X-Men comic in quite a while. That's sort of what they're doing. I think that would just fucking confuse new people. Like you're introducing the X-Men into this universe, and the last thing you really want to do is divide 2 teams. Like, oh, here comes the X-Men, but this is the X-Men Blue. And in case you're confused, here comes X-Men Gold. No, that's too fucking confusing. Let's just get a solid X-Men team first, and then we'll start splintering off into other teams and stuff like that. Adja Plays writes, what do you think the restart phase would be called? Phase 4. I mean, that's... I just said that like a few seconds ago. Like 1, 2, 3 is the Infinity Saga. 4, 5, and 6 is gonna be whatever that saga is. If it's Galactus, it'll be called the Galactic Saga or something. I don't know, but it's gonna be Phase 4. They're not gonna rechange the name of Phase. Green Hedgehog writes, when do you think we'll get Iron Fist movie? Never. Whether or not they redo the shows, recast, I have no idea. At this point, I think there's a really small percentage of people that are actually calling for an Iron Fist movie. Just my opinion. But I will say this. If he would show up anywhere, whether they recast Iron Fist, reboot Iron Fist, because even though the Netflix part is the MCU never referenced them. They referenced the MCU. So they can say, well, that's not canon, right? Even though technically it was. If Iron Fist were to be recasted and put in any movie, it would be the upcoming Shang-Chi movie. So that's my thoughts on it. Would you like to see Hulk and Wolverine fight? No, I would not. I'm not a big who would win versus Superman or Goku. It's like such a stupid ass question. Like, who's gonna win, Goku or Superman? 2 completely different things, man. One's manga, one's comics, one's anime, one's live action. It's like, oh, it hurts my brain. I hate when people do versus stuff. I really do. I mean, I really don't get the concept of it whatsoever. Also, guys, just to let you guys know, all you have to do if you want to win a free digital copy of Ant-Man and the Wasp, all you got to do is just go to my Twitter at RobertStorms84 and just retweet the link that I shared for this live stream. They should introduce Aurora and, I completely mispronounced her name. Basically, Storm and Black Panther 2. Well, I did do a video on that last year. Like, is there a chance we're going to see Storm and Black Panther 2? It's possible. It's very possible. I would say it's kind of unlikely, but this is why it's a pretty good possibility. The merger's over with. Black Panther 2 is not in production yet, so technically, they have all rights to do so if they want to. It's possible. It can happen. It's a legit thing. Choppa Call writes, do you think they should play... Wait. Who do you think should play Wolverine moving forward? I say an unknown. And the reason why I say unknown is because up until the first X-Men movie, how many of us knew who Hugh Jackman was? I'm willing to bet that no one here in this lobby, in this stream, watching this stream here, knew who Hugh Jackman was before the first Wolverine movie or first X-Men movie. So I think they need to cast somebody who's unknown, and that way we're not automatically going, well, you know, Tom Hardy's not Hugh Jackman, or hey, that's not Wolverine, that's, you know, Michael Rooker, you know, some crazy shit like that. So I think they should just completely cast unknown. Jon Snow, no. Kit Harington, no. I don't want to see him as No. Sorry, can't do it. Yeah, cast an unknown. Antonio writes, if they do manage to do a Secret Wars movie in the future, do you believe Robert Downey Jr. will be alive to be in it? What the hell are you saying? What the hell are you saying? Like, I mean, dude, that. Oh, dude, you kind of like mind fucked me right now. Like, you literally just fucking fucked my mind the 2 ways from Sunday here. Like, one, you're talking about a possibility if they do a Secret Wars movie. First of all, if they do a Secret Wars movie, it's probably going to be an Avengers movie. It's going to be like Avengers Secret Wars or whatever. And then you're talking about, will Robert Downey Jr. be alive? How old do you think Robert Downey Jr. is? Do you think he's fucking 90? You think he's Stan Lee's age? Like, what? And we don't even know if he's going to be alive. There's so much wrong with your question, I don't know where to start. One, we don't know if he's going to be alive at the end of Endgame. Two, we don't know when they're ever even going to possibly use the Secret Wars movie. Three, we don't know if the MCU is going to be around in the long term like that. And, oh my God, it's like I have ice, like it's like when you're eating ice cream, you get like a brain freeze. That's what your question just did to me. It like completely just fucked me right in the damn head here. Let me see if I can find another question. Slick Strider, okay, do your thing, buddy. Do you think they will squeeze an X-Men cameo in Endgame? Absolutely not, for all the reasons that I explained about 5 minutes ago. That the fact that X-Men is still being produced. There's an X-Men movie this year, plus a New Mutant movie that's supposed to be coming out this year. X-Men is still too fresh in everybody's mind. So they can't introduce a new X-Men because it's going to take away from Dark Phoenix. So they're going to wait at least 2 or 3 years before we get any kind of X-Men into the MCU. They want to kind of let that kind of, die down so people don't remember it. What has died down is Fantastic Four. I believe we're going to get a Fantastic Four reference, so whether it's Galactus or something like that. But yeah, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, Antonio, I'm sorry, man. That question fucking like just fucked me over, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. You kind of killed me here. Damian Scott, right? It's okay. My name is now. No one cares how your name is pronounced. I'm sorry. Hayden Stoner writes, would you rather see Fantastic Four or X-Men Fart? X-Men Fart? Or X-Men, I think he meant to write X-Men first. I'd rather see Fantastic Four first. Just for the fact that, like I said, X-Men are still around right now. Fantastic Four is not. So, yeah, I want to see X-Men first. Smoking Rice. They shouldn't do Fantastic Four. Why, Smoking? You don't like Fantastic Four? You got something against Fantastic Four? Is Fantastic Four too hip and you're not with it? I mean, what's going on? What do you got against Fantastic Four? I don't get it. Yeah, everybody attack him. Why not? Why not? I don't understand what you're trying to say, buddy. You got something against Fantastic Four? Because it sounds like you do, my friend. Sounds like you do. How will they introduce the Juggernaut into the MCU since his powers are magical? His powers are magical and he's not from the mutant gene. I mean, dude, the MCU has not been the one franchise that cares about source material. The MCU doesn't care about source material, like, at all. I mean, I did a video on this, how the, everybody complained about Captain Marvel changing the source material, and I named all the several other MCU movies that changed the source material. Hank Pym created Ultron. Okay? Hank Pym created Ultron. In the MCU, it was Tony Stark. Okay? Marvel was a man. In the MCU, is a female. Genki was the fat Asian guy. In the MCU, his name is Ned Leeds. I mean, I can go on Aunt May being hot. In the comics, she's an old lady. The Mandarin. I mean, how many things you want me to talk about? I mean, they changed everything from the source material. Like, it's crazy. Dimension, Scott, right? Did you like anything about Fantastic? I guess you're talking about Fantastic, the last one that just came out. Yeah, I thought the first half of it was okay. I like Doctor Doom, like being like psychotic and just blowing everybody's heads off, but he looked like a garbage pail kid. He looked like a piece of trash that someone forgot to throw out. So that kind of ruined it for me. But I liked what he was doing with his powers and shit like that because it was like so fucking batshit crazy. But yeah, it just looked like complete monkey shit. Alex Garcia writes, any actors you want to play the Fantastic Four characters? No, I mean, there's fan cast going on. Like, yeah, Emily Blunt and Dave Franco. Really? No. We do not let a Franco around the Fantastic Four. Okay, they already played a Goblin. We don't need a Fantastic... No. But yeah, like John Straczynski and I completely ruined his name. Okay, so you guys are asking me about casting, and this is my answer for all casting, so you guys don't have to ask any more casting news, okay? Cast whoever best fits the role. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's an unknown. I don't care. Please, for every question you ask me about casting, I will say the same answer. I don't care. Whoever best fits the role. I hate talking about casting because we sit here and we speculate casting, like who's going to play Batman, who's going to do this, and then they never pick who we think they're going to pick. They pick some jackass from the Frosters to play fucking He-Man, and that's what we end up with. I don't care. David Harbour's a good choice, though. I will give you that. That's OG Millie Mills. I'll throw that one out there for you. That's a good one, man. Good choice on that one. But other than that, I don't care. Pick anybody, because whoever we speculate, they never go that route, ever. So, we're going to go ahead and pick a few more questions, then we're going to call this discussion a night. Let's see what we got here. I feel you on the casting shit. So annoying. Thank you, Antonio. Everybody does it. It's like oh, who are we going to speculate to cast to play this, and this? I don't care. I don't care because, one, they either already got the casting picked out and what we're guessing is irrelevant, or we guess and they completely go the opposite route, which also makes it irrelevant, which at the end just makes me just don't give a shit. Just don't care. Just don't care. Michael West with a super chat in here. Charlie Cox, the Cyclops will be he will play a badass, hold on. Charlie Cox as Cyclops. He play a badass Daredevil. I agree with you. I didn't think about that. Okay, because I told you I don't care about casting. But Charlie Cox as Cyclops would be interesting. I'll tell you what, that would be interesting. So yeah, I mean, hey, thank you for that super chat, Michael West. I appreciate that. And you know what? I gotta tell you, I kind of like where you're going with that one. I really do. I mean, it looks like it's clear that the Netflix shows are over anyway, right? What else we got here? I'm trying to see if I can get some people that haven't already asked questions. Mordid, right? Another female superhero would you like to see get a movie besides Black Widow? Okay, so here's a female superhero I want to get a movie besides Black Widow, but she's not in the MCU. And that is Silk. She belongs to Fox, actually. I would like to see Silk or Jessica Drew, who plays Spider-Woman. I would like to see one of them get their own movie. I would like to see a Into the Spider-Verse movie featuring just Spider-Gwen, Jessica Drew, and Silk. They had a comic book series going on for a while. I like the whole team up with them. That's what I want to see. For love of God, I think I said Fox. I meant Sony. Sony, make it happen. But you're probably going to be the next company to go under, so yeah, I don't have much faith in you guys anyway. What else we got here? Christian Petty writes, what do you think about John Bernthal, Netflix Punisher, as Wolverine? Oh, man, what I tell you about casting, guys? I don't care. Christopher with the super chat. What's up, Christopher, my friend? Welcome to the party, son. I'm not actually a big fan of John Bernthal. He plays Psycho very well, so I guess I could see him playing a Psycho. But as Wolverine, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, he's gonna be doing a whole lot of rubbing his head. You know what I mean? So, take some more questions here. A few more questions. Read Fantastic Four 38 through 104. It's a classic. That's a lot of reading material. I mean, I can do it. I do got Marvel Unlimited. But why is this microphone like so loud right now? Laughing his head off or laughing his ass off with the head rub. Hey, man, it's what John Berthal does, man. He just fucking... Tom Hughes. I don't even know who Tom Hughes is. Do you think She-Hulk would join the Avengers? I would love that. Just, you know, we just got, like I said, who we going to cast and so on like that. I don't want to see She-Hulk like what they did with the Hulk. I don't want to see like a big CGI thing. Like, make her just kind of tall, sexy, green. You know, I'm kind of good with that. So, yeah, that's sort of what I want to see from She-Hulk. I would love to see that because I want to see a female Avengers movie. So, do you think the other assets go under the Fox and Marvel deal? I don't know what other assets you mean. Anything that belonged to Fox other than Fox Sports and News is now Disney. So, Test Tickles, right. I almost thought that said testicle tickles. Right. What movie will be made first from Disney that came from Fox? Man, that's a good question because they got a lot of properties. I guess by default, Avatar, right? Because Avatar is being filmed. That's for next year. I mean, that's technically Disney now. But I think what you mean, like, Disney produced, right? Like, Disney actually came up with it. Let's say MCU. I think that'll be Fantastic Four. They're going to stay away from X-Men for a while. I really believe they're going to stay away from X-Men for a while, only because it's so current and they still got movies coming out. So I definitely think X-Men will be the least in the future. That's more like, I think, 3-4 years away. Fantastic Four, I see actually going to happen pretty early. So, yeah. But thank you for that super chat. Test Tickles. What we got here? Do you think Valkyrie will make a surprise appearance in Endgame? I think she is in Endgame because Kevin Feige said that Tessa Thompson came up to him and said, "Hey, how come we're not doing a female Avengers, son?" And he's like, "You know what? We're gonna do that, son." And then they're gonna do that. So I do believe we're gonna get Tessa Thompson in Endgame for sure. For all we know, and this is my topic for tomorrow, it's how the Russo brothers said the trailers are misleading. For all we know, a lot of those characters in the trailer lineup are actually just replaced, and you know, Valkyrie could be in there. So that's, for far as we know, that's possible. So I'll just say that. Take a few more here, and we're gonna call it a night. Robert Storms as Kingpin. Vanessa. I'm the Kingpin, bitch. What we got here? I seen your tag there. And Shay, right? Is the Deadpool cameo in Endgame just a rumor? Fuck yeah, it's a rumor. Look, no offense, but if you believe Deadpool is gonna be an Endgame, you might want to go get some professional doctor to help you. Just saying. What male character do you see featuring in the female Avengers movie? Vision? Vision, maybe? Maybe. How does what do you write? How the fuck does he skip my question? Well, maybe because I didn't see your question. Sorry. Oh, I stayed the Jesus. With a super chat, and he said, Robert Storms, if Galactus is not in the end credit scene for Endgame, what other character would make you go crazy seeing? Silver Surfer. I want to be honest, if I don't see Galactus or Silver Surfer, I'm not going to be disappointed, but anybody else they show would just sort of be like, oh. It's just like, I either want to see Silver Surfer streak across the sky, or I want to see Galactus, like, you know, just a shadow of him, maybe talking to Silver Surfer. Or if you don't get... I want something from Fantastic Four. I guess if they allude to Doctor Doom, that would be like, oh my fucking god, yes! Or maybe we get like... Cause remember the Avengers Tower was being sold in Homecoming? Maybe they do like a post-credit scene, and then we see like that tower, and that turns into a 4, and it's like Fantastic Four, you know, so I want to see something of that. You know, I'm not the biggest Fantastic Four fan. I'm not. I'll be lying to you if I tell you I read every Fantastic Four comic. I'm a big Jack Kirby fan of Fantastic Four. I just think they have a great rogues gallery of villains, and the characters are unique and special to the Marvel mythos, and I think that's why I want to see them more than the X-Men. X-Men are, I love the X-Men much more than Fantastic Four. I read a shit ton more X-Men comics. You can see behind me I have a shit ton of X-Men comics up here. And but to just see Galactus or Fantastic Four, the Baxter Building or something, I want to see that. I want to see that really bad. And yeah, so that's why I keep pushing for that one. Sorry about that, guys. What else we got here? Have you read comic I Swallow Cum? We're going to skip that one. Sleazy Dog. Do you think it's necessary for the MCU to include Netflix characters? No. I actually think that might be, with the new streaming service, I think that might be gone completely anyway. How early do you think, how early do you have to go to the movies to get a good seat for Endgame? Well, here's the thing. When Infinity War came out, me, Adam, and my wife, we usually go to like the bar across the hall from the theater because it's all in the mall, and we usually drink and stuff, and then we go to the movies. But with Endgame or Infinity War, we didn't do that. We went straight in, and it was packed, and we had to wait in line. And we went like an hour before the movie. Captain Marvel, we're like, oh, it's just Captain Marvel. So we went, we got our tickets like an hour before the movie, and we went and drank. And then like 15 minutes before the movie, we went into the theater, and we had a hard time finding a seat. The thing was packed. So we got Julio Rodriguez with the super chat coming at me. How would you explain Scarlet Witch as Quicksilver? Easy. Just like they did in the MCU. The Infinity Stone gave them powers. For all we know, they could retcon something to where they sort of have the Scarlet Witch, House of M, no more mutants, but it was like the same thing but reverse, and whatever she does causes the mutants to rise. For example, if any of you guys watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right, in the second season, they really go into the Inhumans, where all of a sudden these Inhumans are just popping up everywhere, and there's Terrigen Mist and everything's popping up everywhere, and, you know, they can do something like where, you know, some kind of event happened in Endgame. You know, maybe the Fantastic Four came out of the negative zone somehow, like something, like some kind, when they went back and redid time, something happened. And then the mutant gene turned on and mutants started showing up everywhere. Very possible. I think that's how it's going to happen. And I think that's how it's going to explain Scarlet Witch. I don't think they're going to go back and say, oh yeah, Scarlet Witch is a mutant. I just think that maybe, because the Tesseract has been on Earth for a while, right? Maybe the radiation or whatever came off the Tesseract triggered the mutant gene to you know, turn on and reproduce and whatnot. So that's sort of my thoughts on it. But, you know, I'm not, again, I don't know how, I don't get paid the big money to do this, to figure out how they can do this. But I do think that Kevin Feige has a plan. Kevin Feige definitely has a plan, in my opinion. So we're going to go to a few more questions, and then we're going to call it a night. One last time, if you guys want to win the free digital copy of Ant-Man and the Wasp, all you have to do is go over to Twitter. I had at RobertStorms84. I shared the link to the stream. All you guys got to do is just simply share the link, and then I will pick a winner. Eddie Rice, the X-Men need to be an assembly. It can't just be Wolverine show. I agree 100% with you. 100%. I said this in the other video, like, Wolverine wasn't the biggest X-Men in the comics. He was popular, but it was the movies that put Wolverine in the forefront. Like, it was always this guy, Scott. It was always Scott who was the leader of the X-Men. And then Hugh Jackman came, and Wolverine became so popular. And don't get me wrong, he was very much popular in the comics, but he was still a side character. you know? But it was the movies that really put him to the forefront, and then, like, everything in these movies were about him. It was like, even when you look at, for instance, Days of Future Past, like, Wolverine played a huge part in that, and he had no business being in that movie, because Kitty Pryde was the one who was supposed to go back into the past. You look at, like, he wasn't in First Class, he had a cameo. Even in the last one, Apocalypse, he kind of had a pretty decent role. It was also a cameo role, but a pretty decent role. But they always find a way. They always find a way to keep putting them in there. You know what I mean? So, that's just my thought on it, guys. But, yeah. Dwayne Prince Rice, would you want Avengers vs. X-Men be the next big thing after Galactus? Yes. I want to go through an entire new phase with them battling Galactus or whatnot. And while they're doing that, the mutants are popping up. And then they can do the Phoenix Force right. And then you just like in the X-Men vs. Avengers, where the X-Men are trying to deal with this Phoenix Force. And then Avengers are like, no, that's not your problem. It's like, yes, it is our problem. It's a mutant thing. And then it goes into them fighting. They can establish Storm marrying Black Panther. They can break them off during the X-Men vs. They can do it. I want to see that much more than I want to see a Secret Wars. Everybody automatically throws in Secret Wars, and I think that the X-Men vs. Avengers would be the logical step before Secret Wars. Just my thought. I'm going to take two more questions. Two more. Jed NG writes, who is those posters, picture frames above your X-Men? Well, that's a cell. That's a cell from the Spider-Man animated series. And then you got an artist I met at MegaCon, drew Black Cat, Mary Jane, and Gwen Stacy. And it's a three-way display of those three, and I really like that. I got other ones out in the living room and stuff that's just as cool as those. I'll take one more question, and we'll call it a day. Sleazy Dog, would you like if Disney introduced X-Men or Fantastic Four in a streaming service? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That would be a cop-out. That would be a cop-out because we as fans been waiting forever to get. Who's the artist's name? Jen Broom something. Jen something. I don't know her name off the top of my head. It's Jen. Just go to Google and type in Jen art by Jen Broom. Put Broom, and then like the rest of it will spell out for you. No, that would be a cop out in my opinion. We were all waiting so long to get these characters in live action on the big screen with the other characters. By them doing a streaming service of these characters, like, don't get me wrong, you can do side characters like the X-Men. No one really cares about. You can do a show with them. But to get these main core characters, we want to see them all together, and have them not connected, then that's just kind of wasteful. So that's just my opinion on it. I don't know. That's the way I look at it. So, all right, guys, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming out, watching the live stream. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for your participation. Oh, we got a super chat last minute, so I will continue. I will continue under the hot lights for the super chat. Did you like the story of Spider-Man for the PS4? Also, would that make a good MCU film? It was awesome. It was awesome. I loved it. I haven't played the DLC. I got the game when it first came out, beat it. Loved what they did with Miles Morales. Surprised what they did with Miles Morales, killing off who they killed off. Because in the comic books, it wasn't that. It was someone else they killed off. Surprised. I didn't want to spoil anything. Big surprise. Love what they did with the character. Love what they did with Peter. Didn't like what they did with Mary Jane. Didn't like the fact that she was a reporter. She just felt like Lois Lane. But I will tell you this. It was better than Spider-Man Homecoming. It actually felt like Spider-Man. Up until Spider-Verse came out, I was like, man, this is the best Spider-Man movie we ever had. Up until Spider-Man came out. Or Spider-Verse came out. Spider-Verse is so amazing. I love that movie. Oh, man, I ain't got nothing left to drink. Great, great movie. Thank you, Michael West, for the super chat donations, guys. So with that said, I am going to call it a night. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for participating in the live stream. Like I said, I want to make this a weekly thing where possibly every Wednesday and Thursday, maybe just Wednesday, maybe just Thursday, maybe both. I haven't decided yet, but if you guys notice, I've been doing a lot more streamings as of late because it's been going so well. Like, I did a couple last week, then I did the live countdown to the merger, then I did one yesterday, and I did one today, and it's been going really well. We've been getting up to 70 to 150 people the night of the countdown or the merger. We had over 200 people watching. The feedback has been good. We've been getting a lot of participation in the comments. So this is something I think I want to continue to help develop the channel. I'm still going to get my videos every day. So every morning, 10, 11 o'clock a.m., you'll get my videos every day. You notice I didn't do one today. I actually took the first day off. Well, I'm doing a live stream, so technically it wasn't a day off. But I took a day off from the videos. The first one says Black Panther. So it's been like over a year since I had a day off from YouTube. And I took it off, and then, so, you know, I kind of wanted to test the waters because the live stream thing is doing really well. Even after the stream is over, it's still getting a lot of views on YouTube from people that didn't get to see it live. So I think it's good interaction. It's good interaction. I get to talk to you guys. You get to talk to me. And I think it's a fantastic way to do it. So I want to appreciate everybody for coming out and supporting me, watching the live stream. And right after I end the stream, I will contact someone randomly from the Twitter who shared the link and give them the Ant-Man and the Wasp code. So thank you guys so very much. Until next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms. And that's my opinion.